Look at that panel. Never even seen this panel before. And it works. It's just interesting. Like, these feel like the fog light knobs. They move a little bit nicer. This is funky.
What you wanna?
Pretty practical. It's a hell of a lot of room in there. And this is not Kennon's. This is an 01 fully loaded. Just did a 545i shifter in it. And the LED lights. So that's nice now. And this one's special. 54. And it's even got that. Look at that sunset. That's interesting. The sun is just peeking between the coastal inversion layer and more of the coastal inversion layer. Anyhow, today somehow is Thursday. It feels like a Tuesday. A really busy day today. So the 525 wagon service project from yesterday bled into today. No pun intended. It was a brake fluid flush. Didn't actually happen. We could not get those rear bleeder screws out. So the customer declined to proceed at this time with rebuilt calipers. We're going to leave the ball in his court. If he wants to proceed with that, we will. We sheared the bleeder screws off, but they did not back out a bit. And then we test drove the car today. Brakes feel fine. So we're not at any sort of a safety risk there, though that is something to keep in mind. The brake fluid needs to be flushed, and it cannot be with the rear calipers as they are. I'm sure I talked about that last night. So we were waiting on the little coolant bleeder thing, that little plastic screw with the X in it for it looks like a Phillips 6. It's really huge, or 0, or whatever the big Phillips is. So that came in today. We popped that in, road tested the car, added a little bit of oil after it was driven. And I think now we're happy with that. It's ready to be picked up. He's going to pick it up tomorrow. And then Sean dropped off his immaculate, and truly, I mean immaculate, 2001 M5 titanium silver 05 SW. That is extended leather, sport, black on black interior. Of course, Alcantara, and all options but the phone. So it's got split folds, it's got PDC, it's got M audio, and it's got sunshades. Did I already say that? It's got everything but the phone, which is sweet. So super nice car, 54,000 miles. Yeah, 54. My car has a 200,000. His is a 0. It doesn't even compute. So we worked on that a bit today. We had a bunch of little jobs. We had a V1 hardwire, which is done, and that fought me every step of the way, but it's done and it's secure and put back together. Then we had the front fog light bulbs. We were going to put nice clean white 6,000 Kelvin Ziza fog light bulbs in there from ECS, and I thought I ordered the same ones that I put on my car, and they show up in their H7s. H7s don't have like a little 90-degree black plastic housing connector. They have 2 little metal pins, and that's not what I want. So I did some more research, and they say that those H7s are compatible with all E39s for the fog light bulbs, and I call horse pucky on that because they don't fit in the least. Maybe as high beam bulbs or as low beam bulbs for non-xenon cars, sure, but definitely not as fog bulbs. So what we want are HP4s or 9006 bulbs, and it turns out that ECS, offers those for sale, but they're back ordered with no ETA, and my customer's hoping to pick up his car tomorrow. So we got lucky. I had a set in stock, so we popped those in the car today, so that's done. The next job was the Ziza interior LED lighting kit. So the center map light, the visor lights, glove box, trunk, puddle lights, C-pillars, all the interior lights go to white LEDs. To me, it modernizes the interior of the car by about 15 to 18 years. I think it looks especially good on Silverstone. I think it looks just as good on the black, honestly. You know, and they still fade. Yes, the yellow lights are more period correct, and I do understand and respect people's approach to keeping those. But they get hot, and then they melt the bulb housings, and they really do make the car feel substantially older. Yeah, I think the LED kit's a nice thing, a nice touch. And then we put in the 545i short shifter. He's got a brand new leather shift knob, so it's not shiny at all. It's beautiful. And then with the 545i short shifter, and then the new cup assembly and the shifter carrier, that feels really good. So the next modifications, the car's totally stock now, minus these bulbs, the V1 hardwire, and I guess the 545i shifter. But the only other aftermarket thing it had going on was the muffler delay. And it's very well done. It's all welded. The entire exhaust system seems to be, I don't know if it's galvanized or ceramic coated or painted or whatever. Like, it's, I'll show you tomorrow, but it's, the whole thing's done, like from the headers back to the pipes that were cut off for the mufflers and then re-welded. So the owner hates the muffler delete. He said it's drones, it sounds too loud, it's too sloppy. So we're putting in Eisenman Race 4x76 millimeter and a Rogue Engineering Diablo resonated X pipe. So it's going to have the same setup that I've got in this car and Luke has in his Avis Blue car, which is going to be great. So we've got some modifications to do tomorrow. We need to pick up one more set of clamps. We need to get some cutting discs. No, I think we're okay on the cutting discs, but that's going to bleed into tomorrow. So that's Friday. I will film more then. Right now it's just after 6 o'clock. I'm headed over to Larissa's place. She's having some friends over. We're going to watch the final presidential debate between Trump and Biden. So that's going to go for about an hour. We're going to have dinner, hang out with some friends tonight. Not too late. I'm going to head back, and I've got some work to do tonight in the way of invoicing and updating spreadsheets. And I'm freaking swamped. Like, we're pushing customer appointments back right now, which is a place that, yes, it's a good problem to have, but I hate going to a customer and being like, hey, I'm really sorry, but I know I told you Friday, I'm moving you to Monday. It has to go that way. So that's where we are. Talk to you guys in a bit. Sorry for a long clip. 10:45 on I don't know, Tuesday. It's Thursday, but it feels like Tuesday. We watched the debate tonight. We had some urban plates for dinner, which was delicious, and then played some games and hung out for a bit. And now I'm back home. So today was a crazy one working on Sean's car. I gave you the update on that. We're going to do more tomorrow with the exhaust. We got the exhaust off the car today, so tomorrow we've got to cut the original factory resonator and muffler delete off, and then put on the Rogue X pipe and the Eisenman Race. So that's going to involve some measuring, some cutting, some clamps, and then the pain in the ass is after the cats, the post O2 bungs are 2 wall thick. Nate, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You just helped me with this on my car a few months ago, so now I'm doing it again solo. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that is tomorrow. Tomorrow is somehow Friday already. This week has flown by, which is fine. It's finally not hot as hell. It's actually pretty nice here. It's like upper 70s, low 80s, mid 60s at night, low 60s at night. So you could open the windows and finally cool the place down. And no rain still. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful place to be. So with that, we're going to end today. Tomorrow is iPhone delivery day for those of you who were able to order the phone initially. Mine is due sometime the following week. Next Monday through next Friday. I ordered within the first 16 minutes from AT&T.com. According to the FedEx tracking, it's in Dallas with an ETA of tomorrow. I'm not going to hold high expectations for that. We'll see. I'm going to be working all day tomorrow, so I don't know if it will deliver or not. But we'll certainly talk about that tomorrow if it does. All right. Good night. We'll talk Friday.